Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm like, man, this dude crazy as hell.
Go
Like,
ahead, ask that shit again.
why y'all call it an L though? Like you gotta know why you call it an L.
All
Because
right, so check
we
this
can
out,
call it
right?
a stunt, or if we finna like this B or roll of wood. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about roll of L. So I'm asking you, what does the L mean? Like
All
what? Why
right,
you
so
call it L?
so check this out, right? So some of the history of rolling up tree and shit, right? So everybody know about the papers, and they be like, "You rolling a joint," so they be like, "You rolling a J." So I guess after niggas started rolling blunts, they just skipped from B to J to K, just went to L. It's like, yeah, I'm rolling the L. So niggas rolling the L, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you ain't gonna know JKL, man. You just be talking. What's up, Versace? Hey, you see, buddy, in the chat, Versace made it.
Yeah.
Make sure you if you want to build with us too, bro, you can make sure you go subscribe to his shit. I was building with him earlier, bro. That
Okay.
link I sent you, remember that link and shit I sent you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
come
he
on,
was on the panel with your boy.
come on. We ain't doing this blog podcast. Turn that camera on, bro.
Hold up, hold up. Give me a quick second. Let me
Man,
set myself up.
you sure you smoking over there? That sound like a sniff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah. Here you go with that shit again. Yeah, here this nigga go. You over here
I'm
sniffing
over
like
there hitting lines. Like, come
it's
on,
like
man.
hold up, hold up.
Like, come
What's
on,
good?
gang. Yeah, my boy. You gotta let the audience know.
Yeah, nah, I ain't over here sniffing lines. Nah, I can't do all that though.
Man, hell no. I can't do that,
Nah,
bro.
I'm good on all that shit. Y'all can have that, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying?
good on that. I'm good. Hey, so we was talking about we could pick up
Yeah.
with the topic. We got relationships, we got health, and of course we always got them damn fallen angels in here.
Hmm.
So we was talking about health and shit on this other guy. I'm gonna send you his link too. You could add him too. Nard the God.
Hmm.
He was over there building on health
Yeah.
and meats and foods and all that shit. Um Versace, I'm finna send you this thing real quick. And we was building over there on that shit, and he was basically talking about like red meat, white meat, and they was even saying like the white meat
Hmm.
is you know what I'm saying, kind of bad too. Well, all meats is because it's dead food. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Hmm.
has no life in it. But I was telling them like the fruit, all this shit dead. I've been dealing with food industry since I was 16. So it's like I understand what's new, what's not. Like we was talking about earlier, like nothing tastes the same.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
Nothing,
definitely doesn't.
nothing, bro. Everything is artificial, bro. Bronze, what's good, my boy?
Yo, yo, what's good? Bronze Flat Power God up in the building. Yeah, like the Snicker bars, stuff like that. They used to be bigger, more like you used to get better quality. It's like they'll take one product and then make it synthetic 2, 3 years later, 5 years later, another part of it. Then after you know it, it ain't the same product no more. Like I got a good example, and I usually don't like dropping names, but fuck it, it's a cookie, Chips Ahoy. The Jenks
Ooh,
did.
them used to be so fire.
Yeah, them shits used to be good when I was a kid. Now they like stale. They like,
They like cardboardy.
I'm
They
like,
like
yo.
cardboardy. Yeah,
And the
yeah.
only reason why I think they getting away with it, Cassidy explained it best. He said, like McDonald's, the reason why kids like McDonald's is because their palate is simple, so they can't taste the difference. But when you're an adult, you know the difference. Like that Chips Ahoy cookie, even though it still costs a lot, it don't taste as good as it did when I was a kid. It's definitely
Bro,
a
it
change in
don't,
that shit.
bro. It don't, bro. I used to listen. I like Tips Ahoy. Like sometimes
Hmm.
you be like, damn, these bitches fire, but then like they'll make your stomach hurt now or something. Like you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like you can't really enjoy the cookie because
Yeah,
like
you
you
can't.
eat that motherfucker. Then like after 3 or 4 of them, like you like, damn, they're like your teeth hurting.
Hmm.
Like back then they wasn't like that, bro. Like I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
and the Snicker bars. You said that about the Snicker bars. Like when you eat one of them shits, that shit be hurting your teeth. It didn't
Yeah.
used to be like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, keep
like,
talking. I gotta grab my lighter. Huh?
like the caramel, that shit used to kind of get stuck in your teeth, but not
Yeah,
like,
caramel always had an issue with the teeth because it's
yeah.
sticky. Yeah.
But now the candy bars, them shits don't. They got smaller and smaller. The potato chip bags, they always been playing with that. But like you can get like a bag of chips now, like the 50 cent or the dollar jinks, and it might be like 4 or 5 chips inside
Man,
the
it's a
bag.
handful of them shits in there. Them shits used to be filled to the top. You know what I'm saying? They was four.
Hmm.
It was 4 bags for $1, and
Hmm.
that shit was filled to the top. And you can
Yep.
literally taste the potato chip with the damn
Hmm.
cheese or whatever Dorito, whatever you had. Now that
Exactly.
shit is all art. It's like powder dust, bro. All powder.
Hey, you know one of my favorite jinks, the Dorito Cool Ranch, right? But like if
Oh,
you look,
what
look, 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 if you look at it,
I
if
don't
you,
know no man that eat Dorito. Hey, bro, to go in there and give me a pack of
I mean, hey, look. I'm just
cool
saying,
ranch.
like I kind of grew up with them jinks, but like when I look at it, when you examine the chip, I'm like, what is that shit? You know what I'm saying? That's not. It's kind of not spices. You know what I'm saying? It's spices, but
No, it ain't nothing but ranch sauce. It's like ranch seasoning.
yeah,
You
but
know,
rat seasoning ain't fucking different colors. Like, what's all them different colors? Like, you
them
can't go
blue,
to the
the
store.
blue, it's blue seasoning on there, bro.
Nah, this should be green, red, orange, and some more shit.
It's some
Like,
blue shit on there too, though, right?
yeah, but like when you go into the section of the ingredients and go for ranch seasoning, you that shit don't look like the same thing you see on them chips. You get what I'm saying? It's some other shit up there. I gotta admit that, and they don't taste the same. What was the other shit? Oh yeah, I had just had some of the 7-Eleven nacho kit shits. I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
did?
Them chips won't the same either. I'm like, yo, how you fuck up nachos? Like, how you fuck up a candy bar? How you fuck up simple shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think, bro. I remember when I was a kid, I used to ask my dad, like,
mm,
I was like, I couldn't really pronounce the word artificial. You feel me?
mm,
Like, I couldn't pronounce the word artificial. So I was like, I'd be like, because the cereal would say, it'd be like Captain Crunch berries or something. Then it'd be like
mm.
with added artificial flavor. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
used to
all
be
that
like,
shit.
what is this word? Like, I'm like, what does this mean? Like, I heard a nigga tell me like he was like he was like it's fake.
Yeah,
He told me just like that, bro. So
exactly.
he's like, it's fake. I'm like, what? But I'm a kid thinking like dad playing like you play too much, dad. Like
Mm,
whole time shit, artificial is fake.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Sun Kiss talking
Sunkiss
about,
salute.
talking about
Oh yeah,
she
you
funny as
already know.
hell. What's up? What's up? But yeah,
Salute.
but we was talking about that and talking about like health and shit, like how the food is all bad and the meats
Yep.
is bad, and he brought up the video with Dr. Layla Africa, and he was telling us that chicken is not chicken, it could be any meat, whatever, but we
Mm,
just use chicken for example. They were saying like um it's not good for it's angry food. Like we always looking for something to add to the chicken. He said is we're eating from an emotional thing, like it's an emotion, like we're biting on it, where or it's angry food.
it
Like,
says angry food.
yeah.
This
The crazy part
nigga
about it
says
is
angry food.
I seen them because it's dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like our emotions can't kill out anything that's dead. It's like you trying you telling a dead person to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying
Okay.
to make a dead person wake up. Like so some shit like that. But I'm gonna try to find a video while we just going over and talking. But I
Mm,
remember I came from up under Dr. Layla Ali and that's why I stopped becoming vegan because I'm like I'm out here in Chicago. It's too hard to stay vegan. It's cold as hell. Gee, shit freeze up. The roads be icy as hell. Like vegan out here, bro. You have to eat something.
yeah.
Like all them raw vegetables and shit, that is too cold for that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like the temperatures ain't right. So that's why I
Okay.
couldn't do it. I only did it for 2 years, but I couldn't do it. So now I eat more of a clean diet, what I would call a clean diet,
Mm,
even though technically the shit ain't, good for you. None of this shit is good for us. You know what I'm saying? Even when I see vegetarians or vegans, I be thinking like, damn, G, y'all too little, G. Your arms, live my son arms bigger than y'all's, and it's like, how can
Mhm.
and he 7 years old? So it's like, how could you? Who you gonna have to protect the nation?
Yeah, you can't
Like,
be vegans like that. Shit crazy. But it is certain meats you should avoid. And it was crazy on that one bill. The dude was saying like this. I heard about the pink slime shit like that being like the Vienna sausages and the potted meat and shit like that. You know, like different like maybe like bologna or like chicken nuggets come that shit come from the pink slime. But I ain't know like ground beef be having that shit in it too. Like that's something new.
yeah, bro, that shit had
That's
me
crazy.
fucked up, bro. I was like, bro, we
Mm-mm-mm.
don't be knowing half this shit that's going on, bro. We
Mm-hmm.
don't be knowing what to eat. We think we know what to eat because our big mama was cooking in the kitchen and all that shit. We don't know what the fuck going on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But look, we was talking about this on his platform too about phosphate, which I already knew, but it was just something that he re-triggered my mind. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I like building with other people because they could relight that, ignite that fire up underneath you to have you remember some more shit. Know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But look, he was saying like 85% of body's phosphorus is in bones and teeth. Like, if you studied the body and shit, you will know that phosphate is made up of grinded bones. So he had played this other video of a doctor showing that it's called like a human wash machine. And what
Mm-hmm.
they do is they put humans' dead bodies in there, and it literally washes everything. It spreads it out, whatever, and they grind everything up, and they grind your all your bones up to this some type of particular dust. And um, this dust turns into they create phosphate in it. So if you see calcium phosphate or phosphorus in there, that's some dead human bones in that shit.
Damn.
Straight
So
up.
we.
And it's a lot of shit with phosphate in it, like, bro. I was like, bro, this we don't know what. That's why it's probably so much bad energy and shit. We let motherfuckers
Mm-hmm.
literally drinking and eating bones, like, and that's what you know where they get they get all these bone dead bodies and shit from that I be thinking
What's that?
when they be doing hitting them grids, them earthquake grids and hitting them Hades, and they be telling us 200,000 people then died or
Mm-hmm.
20,000 people then died. So they taking all them bodies. What you think they doing with them? Using them for meat, bro.
Yeah. So the one
Come
dude was
on, bro.
saying,
It's
when you
crazy.
look at the supply, the beef supply, and how much the beef is being projected into the fast foods, it doesn't equal out. So basically, let's say there's like 10 million parts of beef in
Beef is
America.
everywhere. Beef is more beef than pork now.
Yeah, they saying like we use way more beef than actually we got on standby, meaning it's some type of filler in that shit. So
Yeah, bro. It's
that's
too
crazy.
listen. You gotta think, bro. It's food places everywhere in the world, bro.
Hmm.
Let's just start in your own city.
Hmm.
It's a strip full of fucking food.
Yeah, plenty of
So
those.
if it's a strip full of food, how the fuck is all these people getting fed every day? Gee, I work at a hospital. Gee, I work at the
Hmm.
fucking Veterans Hospital. Bro, we throw away so much shit.
Hmm.
Like when I be seeing them motherfuckers in the dish room, I be like, bro, they be like, bro, look at all this food we gotta throw away. I be like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they say here in America, the grocery stores, most of that, the 40% of the food gets thrown away.
She said it can't be that many cows around this camp. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Look at the natural order of birth process of man. It takes man
Hmm.
9 months to have a woman 9 months to have a baby, right?
Hmm.
So how long does it take for hold on?
Yeah, yeah. Punch in the numbers. Yeah, go ahead and punch in the numbers. You're gonna find out some interesting statistics. That's what they say. 283 days.
So look, 283 days, right? It's damn near a year, gang.
Hmm.
It's like 8, 9 months or some shit.
Hmm.
So if it takes 9 months, almost eight, no, this about six,
Take 100. Take
about
about
six, however many months.
yeah, about
It
9 months,
it ain't nine. It's about 9. It's about 9 months.
somewhere around that.
It's somewhere around about 8, 9 months, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if it take them almost the same equivalent of a human to have a baby, G, how the fuck is and humans eat every day. Humans eat 3 times a day. 3 times, bro. And that's everywhere in the world. There's 8 billion people on the planet. This shit is fake. All this shit is fake.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say I'd rather just eat the shit I'd rather eat the stuff that's proclaimed to be clean, that's a little lighter on my body than all that heavy red meat shit. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
eat red meat like that. I'm telling you, man, that shit stay in your system long as hell. How long does red meat? Don't say 40. No, 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 no. This ain't it. They lying. Beef. How long does beef take to? Boy, they lying, boy.
Yeah,
They
it was like, nah, let's switch it up.
boy, they changed this, boy. Oh my god, bro.
What
So that
was it last time?
it was 4 to 6 days.
How long? Put in how long does it stay in the
Um,
in the body system?
um,
Yeah,
Look, now it's 2 days. Meat and fish can take as long as 2 days. Look, it tell you 2 days right here. They lying, G.
yeah, yeah. So
They lying,
that's
bro.
the original shit. You see how it? You see?
Come on, bro. I know what the fuck I be doing, bro. I done did this shit too many years, too long, bro. I done been doing this research and food, all that. That's why I don't eat a lot of shit. I don't even be having an appetite sometimes, bro. Some days, bro, I won't even eat no meat. I just rather eat the sides. Like I go get some mashed potato. Like I don't have the taste for it every day like that. I be working
Mhm.
out and shit. I eat fruits, peanuts. I'm learning how not to always. I gotta have some meat, but I be lifting weights, and that's probably why I be wanting. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's probably why when they serving the meal, it's like a three-course meal. You had the meat, and then you had the two sides, which usually be vegetables. So they offsetting for you to be able to digest your whole meal because only one third of it's the meat. Because if you ate the whole meat, it's going to take too long to digest. So put those other two-thirds some vegetables. Boom! Now your body can actually handle that shit.
No, so your body can. So in your mind, you
Hmm.
can think that your body just shitted out what you ate, but that beef is still in there. You probably just put on the mashed potatoes, them peas, and whatever else you had on the side. That macaroni, that cheese, and got down there. You got to get that up out of there. Niggas,
Hmm.
black people lactose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now they changed the game up. It's like now what?
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. You basically you letting out those vegetables first, and then that other moment when you got to go back to the bathroom, that be them meats coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's been sitting up in your body, and then that's probably why people be farting and stuff like that. Not only it be coming from the lactose intolerance, but it be
Man,
become from the undigested meats to be in their system.
no, it comes from the parasite that grew from the meat within your
Ooh.
system. So I was watching something. They was telling me how
Mm,
you will the man will it's like you will
mm,
eat this food or whatever, and this meat stay in you, so they create parasites. So now
mm.
when you having them little hard pains and your stomach hurting real bad, like that could be the parasite Putin in you know what I'm saying? It's Putin in your body and shit like that. Like I'm like, hell no, G. Because you gotta understand, we on a macro level, we
Yeah.
don't understand the micro,
Yeah.
and everything starts from the micro.
Mm,
In order for it to become a macro, we was all a micro. We was a fucking embryo, bro, before we became big as hell like this. So if
mm,
you gotta study the micro, so bro, if they telling me I could take a piece of pork and put it in a bowl and pour some Coca-Cola on it, and when I pour
mhm.
Coca-Cola on it, worms come out. So you mean I'm gonna still gonna cook them pork chops later that day and don't have no conscience in my mind
Mm.
that that's happening, bro? Like
Yeah, that's crazy.
don't care, bro. And
Coca-Cola and meat.
you know, I think a lot of people don't understand, bro.
It's a little known body transformation secret.
You gotta this is boy, somebody don't like us for real.
There's a myth that if you were to pour Coke onto raw pork and then let it sit for a bit, maggots would start crawling out of it. So that's what I'm going to test today, see if that actually happens. So let's do it. So
Boy,
this pork is bought
mm,
just today, nice and fresh. It's raw. I'm very highly skeptical of this. I was actually told about this on this video. Me testing leave it overnight and see what happens. So anyway, I just wanted to hear your.
yeah, he said 15 hours. That was like, hmm,
No
it's another
maggots.
video. It's another video. And look, the thing about it is too, they
Mhm.
have they have damn, I got so much shit on my mind with this shit. It was another one they had where you could pour Coca-Cola on a battery and it cleaned the acid and all that shit off
Oh
the
yeah,
battery.
that's the real one. That's the real one right there.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola cleaning the battery acid off. Yeah, that's a real one.
bro.
I
If
wouldn't
that
suggest doing it though, but
if that clean battery acid, bro,
Mhm.
like
So let me give you another health tip. You know how people say avoid drinking out of plastic, right?
yeah,
So did you know inside those cans it's a plastic liner?
I don't drink pop like that, bro. So oh,
Yeah. It's a plastic liner inside those cans. So while people thinking they avoiding plastic, it's still plastic inside there.
bro, it's some motherfucking that's some cleaner, bro. That's some type of so, bro. If that shit can clean battery acid off your shit, bro, what do you think is doing inside your body?
Exactly. So I like the way you said it's a cleaner. Coca-Cola originally was it was like a medicine. It wasn't like a
Yeah,
recreational drink.
that shit called Coca Cola because nigga, they got to get people addicted to it. They used to put little like point 0.3, point 0.5 grams of coke in the shit,
Yep,
and
cocaine.
when it went viral, they called it Coca Cola. Like it was coke in the cola.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers,
it
Coca
it was
Cola.
literally it was literally called cocaine cola. That's what
Yeah,
Coca is. Most people don't realize Coca is short for cocaine cola.
I think
Get
they still putting that shit in there. Why the fuck did they stop? Motherfuckers crazy as hell. And
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I think it's true because
Mhm,
I'm prime witness right now. My
mhm,
baby mother, my daughter mother
mhm,
was addicted to that shit. She was
mhm.
addicted to it so much, bro. She had caught a cyst on her ovaries,
Ooh,
bro. Like she would drink a pop with everything, bro.
yeah. That shit is not
Like,
good for
yeah,
you, especially if you drink that shit regularly. Now it's got a little bit of benefit, like maybe you drink maybe one
hey, look at
once a week.
Hey, Juice gonna say it worked good when you need to burp too.
Now that's what I said. It does
know
kind
you
of get
ain't
that health
lying.
benefit.
I'm gonna tell you how I know you ain't lying because I promise you that's the only time I drink a pop G when I feel like damn like I need to burp or something like this shit stuck right here or something. Like the water ain't pushing this shit down like so I might have to take a swig of a Sprite or something just to get that air out in my chest again. You know what I'm saying? And
See
after
that
that,
shit
over
that
it.
shit cleared that battery acid right on
Clean
up,
that
though.
fucking battery on up, clean that motherfucker, bro. That's that.
But the thing is, all that nasty ass syrup going to damage a lot of other shit, though. That's the part they don't tell you.
Oh, we work, bro. We learned this years ago. Motherfucker but this video only 5 years ago. It was another video. Motherfucker put look at pork under the microscope.
But naturally, when you cook meat, once you hit it to a certain temperature, you kind of burn up all the stuff to keep it safe. But
I
some people
know,
be playing with their shit and undercooking their
I
shit.
like they shit.
Yeah. I like for my shit to be cookout style. I like some char.
Hey, look, let me tell you, right? I was listening to this lady. She was saying like you never when you eat. I mean, when you see, I mean, like if you got a burn on your skin, what it's gonna do?
It's gonna start healing itself, right?
No, it's gonna start boiling, like a boil. Like it's gonna look like your skin look like it's boiled a little bit, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you pop it, what's gonna happen? Pus and juice and shit come out like
Mm,
pus. Everybody been burned by iron or some type of burn where the burn it creates a boil like a bubble first.
mm,
And then because that's like all the pus the body then remove from that burn. Then you bust it and then all the pus come out. They say when you see them little bubbles, remember we just seen these bubbles right here?
yeah, I seen it.
Them bubbles is what the bubbles is the burns from the meat. And that's pus. When we be thinking it's chicken juice, is pus. I was like, oh my god, bro. Like when we fried chicken and it got the
Mm,
little sometimes it have a little bubble on it, like you thinking that's just chicken juice. Like, bro, it's pus because it was a living
mm,
entity. Like, I mean a living being, like at first, like an animal.
mm.
Like, it's crazy, bro. We don't know what the fuck we eating, bro.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like most of the stuff, like 9 out of 10, if you work at a place, like say you got a favorite food, but if you actually work there or a favorite restaurant, well, not favorite fast food restaurants, a little different. But a lot of our favorite shit, if you actually worked at the place, you probably wouldn't be fucking with it. You know? I don't work at a couple of places that changed my mind about a few things, but what I try to do is make sure my shit fully cooked. What they talking about?
Ugh. You see the parasite on there?
I mean, people will do that shit. I want to know if that shit real or not.
I'm
Niggas
a
gonna
I
have to do.
Marinade.
myself.
Yeah, niggas gonna have to do
Oh, I
that
think
shit. I
that's
experiment ourselves to find
money
out.
nuggets. We got a clean pork chop.
Because if you just leave meat sitting there, shit
There
gonna
you
start
go.
coming out of
There
it.
you go. No maggots. It's the second time we've done it, so you're not saying it doesn't happen, but it's not happening.
Don't be afraid to enjoy some pork,
Yeah,
okay?
get some pork on your
Your ass up. Ain't nobody eating that shit.
Or stringy connective tissue in this meat. These are actually intestinal parasites that are hiding in the meat. You swallow them, they grow within your intestines and feed off the food that you eat. If you like your steaks rare, you're at a greater risk. At first glance, you may think that this is just some veins or stringy connective tissue in this meat. These are actually intestinal parasites that are hiding in the meat. You swallow them, they grow within your intestines and feed off the food that you eat. If you like your steaks rare, you're at a greater risk.
Bro, this why I don't. That's what I'm saying, bro. Sometimes I don't even be wanting
I know. Hey, look, you gotta have a strong stomach.
to.
Thick skin.
Everything up, you just be like, ugh, like
Everything fucked up. Okay. One I thought about. Cereal and stuff like that. They say a lot of Did you know it's wood pulp in a lot of our food? Did you know that?
wood pope.
Look it up. It's look like you can put that on Google. It's wood pulp in food. It's a true thing, but they call it cellulose.
Wood pope is cellulose. These dirty motherfuckers. Damn, chicken sandwiches contain wood pulp, seaweed, and soy. Remember we just did the little thing they were saying the seaweed is
Flesh eating.
the
Flesh
flesh
eating.
eating. Oh, that's up, bro.
Yeah, bro. So
That's
yeah.
food, bro.
Most people don't know that shit, bro. It's a real thing. Like that ain't even a fake thing. Like it's in cheese, it's in your cereals, it's in every goddamn thing.
Well,
Wood pulp.
cellulose is in every motherfucking thing.
Yep.
Where they gonna turn us in a real.
You might be buying fake food. Let me show you. There's a big difference between pre-ground black pepper and whole black peppercorns because some purveyors have been known to add papaya seeds, twigs, leaves, and sand to the ground pepper, and you can't tell the difference. Get whole peppercorns. Raise your hand if you grew up with Parmesan cheese in the bottle. We all did, but you can do better. But if you see the ingredients, you'll see powdered cellulose. It's not bad per se, but it's pulp. And fun fact, up to 8% of the volume of the canister could be wood pulp. So in that case, what are you paying for? What you really want is the real deal Parmesan cheese, and grade it yourself. It's way superior to this stuff. Coffee is one of the most expensive agricultural products in the world, which means it's rife with fraud, especially when you get ground coffee beans, because they can oftentimes put in there dried corn, soybean, twigs, and more. And because it's ground and it's in a
Twigs.
bag like that,
You
you
hear that
can see
shit?
what's in there.
Twigs.
The way
Nigga.
around that, get whole.
Probably
Yeah.
why motherfuckers be having headaches.
Yo, bro, people be thinking this shit a joke when I tell them, I'm like, nah, look this shit up. This shit is real. Wood pulp. Twigs, my nigga, it's in your fucking food.
Fucking food, you know, because they grind that shit up.
Yeah, so you wouldn't know no better. Now, a certain part of the process, right? When you processing shit like that, some of it happens on accident. These motherfuckers is purposely doing that shit. It's a whole difference. Motherfuckers purposely doing that shit, yeah.
It's probably why I be having motherfucking heartburn when I eat pizza or something, or fucking swallowing wood.
Wood pulp, bro. Wood pulp. Sawdust.
All food chains use wood pulp, seaweed, and soy to bulk up chicken products. That's
Think that's it.
fucking.
Little knowledge. You think that's a chicken sandwich you eating?
No, I'm eating a motherfucking bark sandwich with cheese.
Yeah. Chicken, the wood pulp chicken sandwich. Let people know.
Yeah, this was 12 years ago. Wood pulp added to some popular foods. They putting it out.
Sometimes you're settling in to watch the playoff
It's
game.
been a thing,
You
and
get a feeling
nobody
about a player.
you don't hear
Yeah,
people
he
saying nothing about that shit, right? I
One
found that
thing
shit
that
on
you probably
accident
don't
one day.
expect on your dinner plate, wood, but that's what several companies are adding to your favorite foods. It's called cellulose and is a wood pulp that is added to everything from crackers and ice cream to pet litter and asphalt. Now, here's some popular foods that we found it in. McDonald's uses cellulose in its fish fillet, strawberry sundae, and Caesar salad. Among others, you can also find it in Taco Bell's nacho chips and corn tortillas. Food at the grocery store isn't immune either. It's in Fiber One cereal, Pillsbury's yellow cake mix, and Jimmy Dean's.
Bro, Fiber One cereal, bruh. That ain't nothing but a box of fucking tree bark.
Yeah, and it's promoted to be healthy. Yeah, healthy for you. You know what I'm saying, bro? You hear this shit? Hey, nobody's talking about that shit. Nobody. And they overcharging us for wood pulp, bro. They overcharging us for wood pulp.
So you need to tell me, motherfucker, go outside, cut a piece of the tree off, grind that bitch up, make some ice cream, gang.
Sprinkle a little bit in there, raise them profits up. You know what I'm saying? Maximum profit.
No, that is fucking us up, bro.
Yeah. Kids eating a sugary wood pulp. I mean, think about it. That's what they eat, bro. Sugary wood pulp with bovine horse grown.
Hey, you ever seen?
Hey, you see, like, I brought that shit down, right? Sugary wood pulp.
Hey, listen. You ever seen? Have you ever went to the grocery store and got like a box of little ice cream cones for your kids?
Yeah.
Oh, them shits feel like carton. Like a carton, like how you could put like how the milk got the eggs in it, bro. That's what that shit feels like, bro.
So that shit feel like a carton,
bro. I'm like, man, I'm not feeding my kids this shit. Like
Hey.
I'm big off. I'm like, oh hell no. Like
Hey, look.
It's like a paper plate. You know what I'm saying? Like they put a paper plate in a cone form.
Look, they tell me the truth. Don't they put it on a popsicle stick? They see you got that shit. They let you know they ain't lying to you, bro. They were like, look,
they put ice cream on a stick.
I'm like, they was like, this what you get. It was like, shit, we ain't want to throw away this part of the wood, so we're gonna throw this shit up on the stick.
But look, this is the crazy part. Why is he telling us wood bark? Hold on, bro. why is this man telling us that wood bark is in food, right? And the shit is only 45 seconds long. And listen to how fast he's talking, bro. But he's talking fast as hell. Listen, this is fast as hell to tell us the food is changing. They didn't put wood bark. It is known as cellulose.
Hey, Knowledge, what he doing? He the disclaimer at the end of the commercial talking real fast. You remember they used to do that shit? That's what
Fast
he
as
do.
hell. He's like, what
That's what your boy doing.
the fuck? Who gonna rewind that? Like,
One thing that you probably don't expect on your dinner plate, wood, but that's what several companies are adding to your favorite foods. It's called cellulose and is a wood pulp that is added to everything from crackers and ice cream to pet litter and asphalt. Now, here's some popular foods that we found it in. McDonald's uses cellulose in its fish fillet, strawberry sundae, and Caesar salad. Among others, you can also find it in Taco Bell's nacho chips and corn tortillas. Food at the grocery store isn't immune either. It's in Fiber One cereal, Pillsbury's yellow cake mix, and Jimmy Dean's breakfast entree. This isn't a complete list, and you should check labels to see what foods have cellulose in them. We should point out that the Food and Drug Administration says cellulose is safe to eat.
that nigga took one breath.
Take final cut.
That nigga said that shit so fast and took one breath. He didn't have a smile on his face or nothing. He just said, yeah, they said it's good to eat. He was
Hey,
like,
look. Look how
wait,
many views that shit got in 12 years. That tell you something.
2,100 fucking views, bro. And this shit is you eating this shit every day, wondering why you got all these weird ass diseases. Nobody working out, nothing. Motherfuckers just like, come on, bro. Like,
And think about it, ladies and gentlemen, you wondering why your kids acting crazy after eating this cereal. They eating sugary wood pulp with bovine growth hormone cow milk. How can they not act crazy after eating that and ingesting that shit? I mean, if somebody said it like that, I mean it's the truth though, right? They giving these growth hormones to the cows, and the cereal is mostly wood bark and sugar. Man, you are what you eat. Think about it.
I'm done. Let's go to the next topic, man. We gonna get into this soul trapping shit. Let's check.
Oh, okay. Let's get into that one.
Because if you really look at the moon, bro, let's take a little second and think here. If you look at the moon, bro, it don't rotate, it don't move, it don't do nothing. It's just the same. We see the same side of this moon every single fucking day, right? So I came across motherfucker. They were saying the moon is a base. Bases don't move. The base that was put there by the reptilians to trap human souls from expanding their consciousness and going on to higher dimensions.
Do the other moon satellites do they actually have like rotation to spin around the other planets?
Damn, gang, I need to drink it. Well, your mouth sounds dry as hell. You gotta make me drink some water, guys.
Hold up. Matter of fact, I do. Nah, my shit did sound kind of bad. Hold on, I'm about to grab some water. But do you know about that shit though? Knowledge, the other moons and shit. Do they actually rotate around the other planets and shit?
I don't even know if other planets exist, bro.
But you get what I'm saying, like do the other moons. But hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a quick second.
Yeah, go get you some water, man. That motherfucking dough was dry as hell. Yeah, he could eat over this motherfucking shit was finna stick together. Yeah, we finna break this. We finna get on this soul trapping stuff. We go deep over here. If you ain't ready to go deep, clear my throat. Hey, that's what I'm saying, because when he did that, it made me check my shit. Like, hold on, do I sound like that? That nigga couldn't even.
Yeah, fucking shit. Yeah. Nah, my shit did. My shit did sound a little bad.
He opened his mouth. He was like, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Syrup stuck to the top of his motherfucking mouth. You all right, bro?
Yeah, drink some water right quick.
Yeah, you had to. You had to.
All right, so what's this
Let's get
spiritual
on the
warfare?
soul trap. We're gonna see what they talking about with the soul trap. Let's get it.
To trap souls. That lady, they taught me how to trap souls. That lady, now that is the following day, she said, you have to learn how to create a web. I don't know how to explain it, but a web, something like, you can see it like the way you see the spider web. Yeah. You can trap a soul of somebody in that web, and the person dreams when they are moving, but they are not getting to their destination. They are doing things, but they are not full, like accomplishing. Like, you keep them stagnant, doing the same thing, but no progress. But they are working so hard. But the more they work hard, the more they go back to square one. So she taught me how to do that. And how to do that is by capturing a person's spirit. And how do I capture a person's spirit is by involving in a quarrel or a fight with that person. And when I involve myself in a fight or quarrel with that person, I tell that person, you will see. And when that person, when I tell them you will see, they say, see what? Who do you think you are? And me, the only response is, you will see. So that night, because they have opened their lives to that attack by quarrel.
Let me stop her. Notice when she said, you will see. And she said, and when you say, see what? What you gonna see? Who you think you are? That's opening yourself up. You're accepting that because you asking her, see what? By you asking her that, you're asking her a question. That's how the universe reads it. So by you're asking her a question, the logical thing of a question does not change. So if y'all say you get into it with a person and you say, you gonna see, watch, you gonna see, and they be like, see what? Who you think you is? You ain't gonna do shit. Woo. Yep. You didn't you've invited it in. And that's trickery. That's why I be telling people you have to understand your emotions, because they can trap you those type of ways by you thinking you're so smart. The whole time you fighting and thinking you getting somewhere, you're not getting nowhere.
You know what that remind me of? It's like the vampires, right? When they knock on your door, they can't just come in unless they're invited. So basically, when you get into a quarrel with one of these people who got this spiritual attack shit, when you ask and you knock it, like, you ain't gotta believe in some spiritual attack shit for the shit to work on you. You get what I'm saying? So
you invited it in already.
Yeah, you invited this shit in. Yep.
That's your aura. If you're invoking that out into the universe, stating that any negative forces or any secrecy things that's out there speaking negatively about me, those things will not reach my aura. So when you invoke those things out into the universe, you will understand that those things won't reach you. No matter how far they try to call out or do things to try to get at you, it will always be something there to block that out the way, because you set your energy up in that moment. So when you arguing with somebody and a motherfucker say, you will see, you're supposed to be like, I'm not gonna see nothing.
I'm out of there.
No, you just tell them I'm not gonna see nothing, because I don't accept anything that you telling me I'm gonna see. Nothing is going to happen. And that's how you stop that person from trapping your soul. You know what I'm saying? Or doing something religious or whatever she's gonna cook up. Let's finish up. Let's finish.
Oh yeah.
Quarreling. When a person is at that point of life, they are at zero level. They are vulnerable in the spiritual realm. So I would target at night. They are just thinking about me, meditating about the bad things I have done, the bad words I have spoken, how I am the one who invoked the fight, you know. So that night they have a bad dream. In that dream, if they don't wake up to pray and cancel it, that is the end of them. Because whatever they are going to do, they are going to be struggling. Because me, I would go to that shrine, I call their spirit, and I cage it in that web. So that is an evil forest, a forest of herbs.
Yeah.
They told.
Yeah. Now check this out, right? You hear what she said?
What if they
She'll
celebrity?
purposely start an argument with somebody just so she can do a spiritual attack on them later. Now let me tell you something my mom told me. She said whenever you get mad at somebody, never hold grudges and go to sleep angry. So what she just explained to you is she purposely pissed somebody off so she can spiritually attack them. And because they were sitting there dwelling on her and the shit that she got pissed off by them, that's their gateway. But if you ain't holding no grudges and you going about your shit and like, nah, I ain't paying that shit no mind. That shit, it don't have no address or no hold over you. But when you allow that shit to linger in you and with your emotions and shit, you basically harboring a house for that shit, a vessel for that shit. But what you about to say?
Street beef.
Said street beef. Oh yeah, yeah. So niggas unintentionally be doing that shit to each other when niggas pop off at the mouth and fuck with each other, piss each other off, then go to sleep. Like, how you gonna go to sleep pissed off when you supposed to be resting?
Why I tell you, a lot of these people that be on YouTube and they be arguing and screaming, especially a lot of the women,
Yeah.
they wake up, their voice is hoarse,
Mm-hmm.
they're sick.
Yep.
Oh, I've been sick for a few days. I'll get over it. I'll be back on here in a few days. Is because you're screaming at the top of your lungs. Just because you sound loud, you don't understand the pressure is putting on the body. And you constantly doing that is lowering and lowering and lowering your vibrations, which is not allowing the cells in your body to operate on a functional level to stop all these things that's trying to attack the body. They're weak now because you've used all the energy through your vocal cords. You know what I'm saying? So now the you don't have enough power or energy. That's why when you yelling and screaming after a fight, you super tired afterwards because you didn't put all this adrenaline rush and all this shit into your body. And now you didn't you're after everything to calm down, you're tired now. Now the cells don't have the energy to keep on fighting. It needs to rejuvenate itself. You know what I'm saying? So I like they say that is right because you're dwelling on this person while you're going to bed. So that's like meditating on them. You know what I'm saying? So just like when niggas got street beef and shit like that, you thinking about this person before you go to bed, all this weird shit. Like you thinking about this shit, holding these things against you. Like it's very strange. Like soul trap shit is very, 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 very strange.
And
Like
then when you look at it like this, when a person going to
When
rest and go
God
to
gives you
sleep,
vision about something,
that's
when God gives you
wait, what the
hold
fuck?
up,
I ain't
hold
vision
up.
about something,
hold on.
hold on.
I did not why is that even on here.
I ain't even gonna say that. But look, check this out, right? When you going to sleep or rest, that's a period of rest when your body going to stop. But if your body is thinking about a high, like you going into like you supposed to be resting and relaxing, but when you pissed off, you still exhibiting that. So naturally, when a person goes to sleep angry, they're gonna wake up sick because they didn't get the proper rest and the sleep they were supposed to get because their body is so filled with the negative fuel and energy, the type of energy you should only have like when you're awake. When you go into sleep, you shouldn't have that type of energy. So, like you said, I've seen that shit before. A girl at work, she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm a little sick." I was like, "So what's going on?" I'm like, "Yep, you've been going through a whole bunch of arguing with the old boyfriend, sitting there, dealing with a person. Like it's a difference."
And then on top of that, you eating low vibrational food.
Yep, yep.
So the food that you putting inside you is not helping you feel better. Like to be honest, bro, like when I get angry, bro, I lose my appetite. Like
Yeah.
I literally don't eat. Like the only thing I really probably could eat at that time is maybe like some water, drink is like some water. I might could eat a piece of fruit, but like I don't eat no meat or no fried food. Like I literally lose my appetite when I'm angry, bro. So that's why it's just you gotta know your body, bro. You gotta know your body.
Yeah, sometimes when I be eating, I fucking think about some shit and lose my appetite. So sometimes I kind of be eating fast. People are like, "Yo, why you eating so fast?" I'm like, "I'm trying to get this whole meal down. I'm not trying to eat half of it or most of it and come back to. I want to finish that whole shit. Get ready. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep coming back to the shit. Depending on what I'm thinking of, that shit might make me lose my appetite and shit."
And look what she said. She said the immune system is low. You are susceptible to getting sick because leukocytes can't do their job, which is to fight off infections and bacteria. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even have to know those certain little words and small things to even know how to, because based upon how shit make you feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes food only tastes good when you're in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah, I
some
had,
people. Some
mhm.
people eat when they stressed out. Like, some people eat when they stressed out. You know, that's why I believe the doctor when he said emotional eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna try to find it on here real quick before we get into this soul trap shit.
But it's funny, like I had grew up being sick with asthma and shit, and the doctors used to say, "Yeah, you need to get you some vitamin
Now,
C's,
here
like
you
some
go, right
orange."
here. First
Oh,
video. Here you go,
okay,
right?
okay.
People are
Let's check
emotionally
this out.
attached to food. They eat food because they're having problems. They eat sugar because they have the inability to give love or receive love, because sugar is associated with love.
Is that right?
Yes.
So how did you know that, Dr. Africa?
And salt is associated with anger. And black people eat the most salted potato chips of any racial group in America because they're angry.
Okay.
And
What about this hot sauce thing I see?
we do have a hot sauce problem.
Yeah.
We're going into hot sauce, and you're also going into vinegar. Because vinegar comes with the hot sauce, and vinegar is a chemical that's made from eating meat. People get addicted to the chemicals they take and the chemicals they make inside of their body.
Okay.
That's two addictions.
Okay.
The chemicals you take and the chemicals you make.
Okay.
So when you're eating a lot of meat, you're making a lot of vinegar, as well as ammonia.
Okay.
You see, that's a chemical addiction. So they're going to thrive for that.
Okay.
There's a hot sauce in their mind is trying to drive them, stimulate them to have more money or more lottery tickets or something. It's a cycle. It's emotional attachment to the food that we have.
I've seen people who wouldn't start a meal without locating the hot sauce.
Yeah, because they're trying to,
Where is the
trying to
hot sauce?
stimulate themselves to be rich or
I think
whatever
they're
their
trying
fantasy
to cover
is.
up the food.
No.
I can't
It's
imagine.
emotional. It's emotional.
Okay.
People eat for emotional reasons.
Okay, feelings.
Yeah, they want something to crunch on to get rid of frustration. They chew. You see, people are.
But that's what I'm saying. But my only question to that,
I was gonna start laughing and joking. Now go ahead and be serious right quick. I get to the
my
jokes
only,
later.
my
Hold
only
up.
question, my only question to that is like, he said eat to crunch on something because we want to deal with frustration. It's like, what if
Yes.
I'm not frustrated? I'm just hungry.
Nah. What you say earlier? Chicken is angry food, right? Like when you
Listen,
chop.
bro, you crunch on fruit, right?
Yeah, but I kind of believe what he's saying. I ain't gonna lie. I would
Dude,
just
he's
eat some.
a doctor. He's a fucking doctor. I'm not gonna discredit what he's saying.
Nah, but the kind of way he worded, he was like, "It's angry, like salt is angry, niggas love." The way he explained that shit, sugar is love.
Hey, I'm
Nigga, nigga, like man, I
he
don't
say,
feel like people fucking with me. Throw some more sugar on the cereal and shit in the morning.
yeah, like,
Ma
nah,
Dukes didn't say shit. She
no,
just went to
listen,
work.
no, listen, he's saying my thing is this: like, what if you have a couple that's in love already, and they're eating? How are they able to? Like he said, they eat for love. They're eating because they don't have the inability. They have the inability to love somebody, so they're eating, sweets and sugars because. But what if you're already in love with somebody and happily married? Happily married couples eat cake all the time and cookies and bake. Like, what is he like that?
Hold up, I can explain it right like this now. It's like on your birthday, right?
Hold on.
Go
I
ahead.
feel he didn't have the right people on there questioning. Like, some of these people don't be on, like, it be people that have big platforms, but they don't have the intellect to go in depth on some of these questions and things that he's saying.
Yeah.
She brought up how she dismissed everything he said and brought up, instead of speaking on the emotional connections they have, she dismissed it and started bringing up hot sauce and other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I did notice that, but now, okay, so let's stick with the sugar one, right? Now think about it. Valentine's Day, what do? To show your girl you love her, you buy a whole bunch of candy and chocolates. Not the flower part, but like the food part. You buy her sweet shit, right? And that shows that you love her, right? So they go a correlation between love and sugar.
Yeah, we know that. We know that. But I'm just saying, how is it? Never mind.
Hold on, nah, you're right. Nah, what you about to say? How can a couple be in love, but then they doing the sugar thing? I don't
The
know. It could
meat
be a
today
marketing
is
thing. So, but now let me go into the salt one. I like how he said salt. He was like that's kind of angry thing, and we do like look at rap snacks.
Salt food. I don't like salty foods.
I kind of do, but I've been holding back on it lately
I'm
though.
not a dude that's gonna go to the restaurant and then put salt, like use the salt and pepper. I never do ever. Like, I don't need to put extra salt and extra pepper on my food. Like I just don't do that.
And that's kind of disrespectful to the cook too. It's like they didn't cook it the right way or some
And
shit.
listen, some kids, listen. Fruit is sweet. Fruit is sweet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not debating. I'm not saying he's wrong. He's a fucking doctor. I'm saying you can't correlate that with that if people are already in love. Like fruit is sweet. Is it? Oh, so are you telling me it's a different types of sugars that you could go into that? You definitely can go into that, saying, well, you got artificial sugar and then you got natural sugar. You know,
Yeah, that comes in the fruits.
maybe it's a different type of sweet. Like it's two different types. You have an artificial sweet and you have the natural sweet, which comes from the fruit and cane sugar. You know, so I don't know. Let's see what he said about this red meat.
It's highly chemicalized. It's one of the most chemicalized foods there is. We have the steroids in it, which bulks up the animal. We have the adrenaline in it, the animal squirting out in fear of being killed. So it's a high amount of adrenaline in it, a high amount of steroids in it, a high amount of growth hormone. And you develop an aggressive kind of fight kind of behavior because you're eating a lot of adrenaline, which is fight or flight. So we have that kind of chemicalized behavior manifested from this meat that we're eating, but we think meat is totally innocent. Meat is one of the most highly processed foods you can eat. The meat to
Damn. See,
So
this be that one truth where you be like, you see it, but you try to turn away.
look, you know I got some shit to say. So a nigga go eat a nice juicy hamburger, like, yeah, man, I'm about to go whoop some ass, man.
Yeah,
the meat to
like you would eat, you would eat, like you know what I'm saying, like you would eat like two chicken breasts, some broccoli, some rice, and you be like, I'm finna go in the gym and go crazy, like you know what I'm saying, like I'm
yeah,
trying,
yeah.
like
You gonna use that shit. You gonna do
I'm
that
saying,
shit.
that's what I be doing. Like I'm saying, that's what I be doing. Like I be like, all right, I got legs today or something, so I make sure I eat heavy. So in the morning, I might eat me a turkey sausage sandwich with some hash browns. You feel me? And my protein shake. Then for lunch, I might have me a chicken breast and some brown rice or something. You feel me? So I'm heavy. So now I'm finna go to the gym. Only thing I got in my mind is I'm finna go destroy these weights.
There we
I'm
go.
finna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen swole ass with what you would call vegans. You know what I'm saying? But I be thinking that they're on a lot of protein powder and a lot of chemical shit because how you getting that big, bro? Without
Yeah.
eat. Then they say, well, look at the gorilla. I'm like, that shit is genetics. That nigga was made like that. Like he don't eat meat, but because he don't have that appetite. That's not he don't have he's already that's genetics.
But that's still a good case though. The fact that they don't start off that big, like they still start off on whatever non-meat diet and reach that level of bigness. You see what I'm saying? Which is that's debatable though. I can see that argument, but at the same time, you're right. When
But
humans and shit.
you know why I say he right though?
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't never seen two vegans beefing.
Yeah.
And why do they call what we eat correlates with something that's angry or negative?
Mm.
Beef. Now these two beefing, but you would go cook some beef. Like we weird as hell as humans, man. We just
Or when we want look like when we say somebody's scared of something, you're a chicken. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? Like we'd go eat some fish, but then we'd talk about a woman who smell like it. Like
Yeah, so yeah, she
that
fishy.
shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. When you just really sit back and think, you just be like, damn, we is dumb as hell.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff. I was thinking about the one place I was eating at. I was like, damn, most of the people that's eating here is some baby mamas. I was like, I shouldn't be eating here no more. I'm still I was like, these the type of girls that be arguing and shit. I was like, I can't eat it. I might be an argumentative ass nigga eating whatever's in this little restaurant. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit though. I was like, damn, this the fifth one that just walked in here. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what's so crazy about all that shit? Like, bro, you really like when I was with my BM and we get into it and she'll cook,
Mhm,
I never would eat. Never. I never ate the food
mhm,
because I always think of like when women get mad, bro, they don't think sometimes. It's an emotional reaction.
mhm,
Sometimes they'd be so motherfucking mad they be done put some rat poison in your shit or they put
mhm,
dog food in your shit, grinded it up. When you eating beans, they done got you with ground beef in it, they got little dog pellets in that motherfucker. Like she could have put some shit in your shit,
mhm, mhm,
grinding it up, like mad as hell you done did something. Like so I don't trust none of that shit. When a motherfucker mad at you, you don't be open to none of that shit. You don't eat their food, nothing. Cause in their mind, they could be like puss ass or dumbass and woo, and then you eating this shit and they didn't
mhm.
curse the food.
Yeah,
Not even
yeah.
not even knowing they didn't curse it.
Yeah, it could be like non-physical. That's why they say cooking is with love and shit. Cause like, okay, you ever seen the rice experiment? You get two bags of rice, and you say to the one bag positive stuff, and you say negative shit to the other bag, and within a day or two, the one that you said negative will look real bad, and the one you said positive will still look edible and shit. So that's a real fucking thing. Like when people say shit like that, that's why like when I go into a fast food restaurant or some shit like that, if I see the employees got attitude, it ain't about them. I understand the fact they overworked and they underpaid. I already know that. But at the same time, I don't want that person making my food, and they ain't nothing against them. But I'm out. I'm good. I don't want that shit over my fucking food. I'm
Yeah.
good.
I'm an energy,
Mhm,
guy. So you gotta really watch people, bro. Like people
mhm.
be weird, bro. And
Yeah,
they be doing something thinking it's not weird because it's always been in their mind. It's never
Mhm,
been talked about, spoken about. That's why I like to have conversations because sometimes something to be in your head and you could think you know some shit, then you would say it to somebody, they be like, boy, what the fuck are
fuck
you
yeah.
talking about? Because you know I'm quick to say that.
Mhm.
What? Like, what are you talking about? I'm quick to say that. So, you just gotta know, man. This shit is all fucked up. We don't know what we eating, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
And
Like
it's-
most people don't know about that wood pulp shit in their food. You go tell somebody, they be like, "What the fuck you talking about?" They'll say some shit like, "Well, somebody would go to jail if there was wood pulp in the food," and then they find out and don't do shit about it.
right. Let's see what he say right here.
Yeah, let's see what he said.
This shit ain't even loading up. Oh, we didn't went too deep.
They silenced that man.
Look,
See,
that shit say 0-0. Like, come on, man.
hold up, refresh that shit.
I did. Like, they petty as hell.
Eat to live. See that
Ah.
shit, folks? That's all, folks.
Anytime it's white, you should know it's very dangerous stuff. White
Oh,
sugar, white
shit.
salt, white milk, bleach white flour, white grits, Anytime it's white, it's dangerous. You do not have white teeth. Your teeth are yellow. They are bones, and yet we bleach our teeth white because we know that white is right. No, this slavery thing is on us. This slave trauma is on our diets. You're eating a lot of. The Europeans have a scavenger diet. You call it a diet, but that's a scavenger. Anytime.
What? That was.
What about the original video? Why they wouldn't let us play the video?
Anytime it's
that shit dead, huh?
They say they ain't never going.
anytime it's white, you should know it's.
But they eating rotten food, and you eating rotten food. Cows won't eat no cheese. It's rotten milk. Move. Move that shit out my face. Move.
You know, I'm gonna laugh.
They don't eat rotten food. No animal will eat rotten food. Not even a rat. Now, unless it's from Harlem, of course, on food stamps. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, so they don't know that much about food and how to combine it because they taught us how to eat food. They taught us how to have sex. They taught us how to raise our children. They taught us how to be angry. There's nothing wrong with angry. There's something wrong with the ritual you use for anger. That's what cultures do, provide the right ritual so you can use your anger to support ma'at. Use your happiness to support ma'at. So our culture designed rituals for the emotion, not trying to get rid of the emotion. You don't want to get rid of anger because anger is connected to love. Anger is connected to jealousy. Anger is connected to hate. That's what we call a neural net in physiology. It builds a spider web that connects all the emotions together. We call it glue. It's neurons in your brain, little nerve cells, but they connected by these little strings, which we call a neural net. You see, because all emotions are connected together. It's just knowing how to use your anger properly. I'm so angry, I'm gonna clean up my room. I'm using anger in a positive way.
Yep.
But they taught you it's not, oh, you're angry? Oh, don't be angry. Every emotion you need to be free, they took away from you. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, you shouldn't hate. You damn right you should hate. You should hate somebody that took away freedom from you. Rape your grandmother. Are you crazy, Negro? You supposed to hate some people. You're just not using your hate in a positive way. Because you're using their rituals and ceremonies for hate. There's nothing wrong with the emotion. It may be something wrong with the ritual you're using for the emotion, but there's nothing wrong with the emotion. God gave you hate, prove me wrong. God gave you love, prove me wrong. If God...
See what I'm saying? So he said a lot. He said a lot right there. He said a lot. I'm gonna let that marinate.
Hey, I like what he said. I try to tell people that shit. What I do, like when I feel like negative energy and like I'm upset, like I try to transfer that shit to something else. Like instead of being like pissed off and being mean to other people, I try to transfer that to my work ethic. So like, okay, you know what? I got this extra energy. Huh?
They won't let me play this one either.
Oh, hold on. Emotion controls your mind. So yeah, you know something I noticed lately. I be watching YouTube videos, right? And it'll get to a certain part in the video, and my internet be working good, and I check it from my phone or from the computer or whatever, and it just stop. And a certain part of the video won't go no further past. I go to a different video. It works perfectly fine. Go back to the video, and it won't get past a certain point.
They
Is this?
petty.
Yeah, they censoring us, bro. The censorship is real.
No, listen. When he remember, you can go on my community wall, you can go on my Instagram, you can see me. I always be telling people. That's why I be telling men to get in the gym so you can balance your emotions. You gotta learn how to release that testosterone. We got all this fake food and shit up out of here. They trying to really kill us out here. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you ain't really got your shit together and ain't really got your stuff on point, you gonna fall for it. Like, if they, like I keep telling people, if they have control of the if they have control of this reality, they definitely have control of the spiritual. Before we the next step, before we supposed to elevate. So that's where it's another fight after this. It don't just, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't just end like that, bro. It don't. They ain't letting us play nothing.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up on my other boy.
So
They
that shit just want you hit the play button, nothing.
nothing.
0 out of 0.
Nothing, bro.
Yo, come on now. Like it ain't like we giving a secret to the afterlife or something, you know what I'm saying?
On a different stream thing. Let's see if it works here.
Nothing. Look at this shit.
They fucking petty, bro. They is
Hold up. It did just have a play button. Let's try now. Alright. Yeah, they tripping on that, yeah.
Yeah, nothing, bro.
Not a damn thing. Damn. Moontrap. So that's a movie?
Yeah, dang, man. I don't know. I'm trying to.
I'm gonna look that shit up. I'm no bullshit. I'm gonna look that shit up. Moontrap, truth in movies. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down on this cue
Look,
card.
you can't look. You can't see the sun in free space. The sun will appear as a black hole. That black hole is the entrance to your home. Stay away from the light. Greek philosophers wrote that souls after life on earth go to the moon while the eclipse is taking place. You should read philosophy if interested. You can exit if you're not an NPC. If you were recycled in this world.
You know, the thing about getting knowledge. Oh, go
Is
ahead.
to not follow the light and not get distracted by these angels and family members, etc. Remember, I told you, bro, you can't listen. If people was really watching over you when you die, bro, your ass will be rich as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, your people gonna make sure you straight. Your granny love you, your mama, your dad, all your people love you. So all this black on black crime, all that, none of that shit would happen because everybody be getting what they supposed to be getting because the person is watching over them, bro. So when somebody come to you in a dream and all the other shit, that's not who you think it is, bro. It's
You
not.
know, the thing about gathering knowledge, like a lot of this is truth, but some of these people are like mixing the truth with stuff they learn too. So kind of got to take it with a grain of salt. So like when they say only NPCs can't do that. So it's like it's kind of funny, like non-player characters. Like anybody can become a non-player character if you sit there and don't expand your consciousness to the matrix and the stuff that's going around and ignore the obvious truth. Then you kind of become an NPC, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get recycled too. Yeah, well, I don't even know about that soul recycling shit. I'm just learning about that. You feel me, son?
Be cool, bro, and it's quite interesting. That's why I wanna. That's what I'm saying, bro. We getting the juicy stuff, and we can't even. They bogus. What is happening?
They won't even let you play this shit.
I
That's
can't even
crazy.
play it. Like, what the fuck?
I bet you if it was a video about some ignorant dumb shit, that should have played. That should have played without no commercials.
All these videos, they not letting me play. Oh, they let.
Peace, my reflections. Today I'm going to speak about the reptilians and the moon. Please get through to the end. Because I know how it looks like. I look like a thug. You know what I'm saying? I look what I'm wearing. Well, I'm not trying to get killed. I'm not trying to get fucked with. I'm not trying to get fucking shady to come to my house, find out who I am. None of that bullshit. I've got lots of information to tell you guys. And that's how I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it silent. This is the face you're going to see all the time. This is how it's going to be. Alright? Anyways, for anyone that still thinks it's a conspiracy, what he still thinks it's a conspiracy theory. Let me just tell you something right now. The government saturates the internet with conspiracy theories like flat Earth, all of that bullshit. So you're like, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Nah, that's a theory. They put it in TV, they put it in movies. They're taking a piss out of you. The truth is, reptilians are real, aliens are real. The Anunnaki created so many different species, and this was about the reptilians. Let me stay focused. So for the people who know the reptilians are real, this is for you. So Byron everybody took over, and with the help of the Arturians, which is another extraterrestrial race, they created the moon.
I can't hear this nigga.
He has that UK British accent. That's why.
Take this British as he need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
move his shit down so we could hear it.
Bro,
Yeah.
with that mask off, he still would sound
They
like
won't
that.
let me see this shit.
Hold
I
on.
pay money for this shit. What the fuck, bro?
Oh, let it load in for like 10 seconds. Let's see if it's just.
It is, and then the little play button gonna come back up. Meaning it ain't working.
Yo, that's trippy right there.
Look, that shit ain't even loading up.
0 out of 0. So what's in this video? Vacated matrix human slave system.
I'm salty.
We are the light. Don't enter the light. We are the light. And then they were like, stay away from the light. You know, that could be a trick. Maybe you're
Look,
supposed to go to the light, maybe not.
in this resolution. Not in this case. You had to be aware of the job of the watchers. Great create to watch over the body like in Doubtful Dracos while at war. So what does this have to do with the moon? So about my parent, my kids, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so hey, knowledge, I did do a build about the watchers, and that can be a numerous amount of things. And what I did learn, the watchers aren't necessarily like there's some good ones and there's some bad ones. You see what I'm saying? So that's a whole bunch of shit. Somehow it could be said.
Lame, bro. Bro, we can't get no videos. Look at the dome back here. They showing you. Look, this in the Soul Trap. They showing you like I got this shit on Netflix. I'm gonna go watch this shit. I'm gonna go watch this shit. I got that on Netflix. Look at this. Granny woke up in the morgue after seeing hell. Like, come on, man.
Go back to the granny. Let's see what she got to say. See if that
It
shit
won't play, bro.
Oh, that shit won't play either. Damn. Yo, hey.
You die, i.e. your physical body ceases to exist, your soul doesn't go back to source. It wants to, it's caught in that grid, is struck with a huge amount of electromagnetic energy, which makes you forget, and then your soul, for want of a better word,
the soul leaves the body. There is some technology that is on the satellite that we call the moon, that is they then able to erase, recycle, and then put back into a new body.
Some motherfucking noise, I guess.
So one video worked. You notice how they said go back to source?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy B-Dell. Today we're going to be exposing the hidden dynamics of the moon. If you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. See, the moon is basically an optical instrument, a draconian mothership, an artificial celestial megastructure that is being used as a frequency modification, weather modification, direct energy weapon that controls everything in the third dimension that's galvanized by people, places, and possessions. And the moon is also a quantum satellite that is being used as a usurpation process to harvest souls for the perpetual state of reincarnation, which is not a divine concept. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're finna get straight to it. We are about to get straight to it. Now, in order to understand everything intuitively, you have to understand ancient artifacts. You have the original moon that we had in our solar system about 76 trillion years ago. It broke off when you're looking at this illustration right here of the holy tablets. It shows the moon breaking off from planet Earth because the moon and Earth worked in symbiotic connection. So that is how you get your allegory of how Satan separated the intergalactic waters from the third dimension and created an atmosphere to where now you breathe in oxidation, which starts the aging process, right? So
wait,
the inception of the planet was a sun here of the holy tablet.
Let's go to the. We gotta find this video game.
So check this out, right? I'm listening to you, dude. He right on some of the stuff he's saying, but I swear he like they say a word salad. Like he just took a whole bunch of different schools of thoughts and threw like he even said the direct energy weapon. That ain't got shit to do with the moon, bro. Like, I'm just that part alone. Yeah, that nigga said direct energy weapon, bro. That nigga said he said it very nicely though.
I'm saying, what do you mean by saying that? You can't counter that and don't say that.
You
made
it great. Okay. So basically, he took a lot of what your boy did. He took a lot of concepts and just threw it in with the moon too. A lot of those concepts was direct moon and shit, but the direct energy weapon thing, that ain't got shit to do with the moon. But yeah, let's see what this nigga talking about right quick.
Energy weapon that controls everything in the third dimension that's galvanized by people, places, and possessions. And the moon is also a quantum satellite. Original moon that we had. Now, in order to understand everything intuitively, you have to understand ancient artifacts. You have to understand historical records. You have to understand ontological evidence that supports the claim that the moon is actually a artificial celestial megastructure, right? So
what?
Artificial celestial megastructure.
Yes, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. What your boy doing? He's saying a whole bunch of different school of thought talking points, but just attributing it to the moon. And I'm like, hold up. Some of the shit he was saying was on point, but so, like, okay, one thing I know for sure, direct energy weapon, that shit is not connected with the moon. I mean, if it is, that's new to my knowledge. But
when you say direct energy weapon, what are you saying? What does that have to do with anything?
So he talking about the moon and how it's a soul trap, a direct energy weapon in the moon that has no correlation. And then the other one, what's the other one? If you look at the slide,
you're not breaking down why though, bro. You just saying it has no correlation, but why though? Why does it not have correlation?
So okay, he's talking about the moon being a soul trap and catching souls and stuff, right? But what a direct energy weapon is basically like having like a magnifying glass or like a satellite in the sky that can point down a direct energy beam that looks like a laser that hit the ground. They call it like an orbital strike. Like I'm pretty sure like you've seen in the video game where you got the orbital strike, where like you see this big ass beam come down to the ground and this like obliterate some shit in a split second.
I mean, what are you getting at? I don't understand.
All right, so like, and then he's showing you see that black guy right there. That's Yaku, the big head scientist. Like
no,
that.
That's Inky. That's Inky or Enlil. That's one.
Yeah. Well, that too. But if you look up Yaku, the big headed scientist, you'll see a picture of that same guy right there. So like, I don't know, the stuff he said may be connected, but honestly, I think he throwing in like as he's giving a good talking point, he's sprinkling some other stuff in with it, and that's why he's talking so fast. I mean, I might be wrong, but now
I can't say that because this is the first video I've ever seen this dude. I don't even know who this dude is, but I'm just saying I want to hear what he's saying because
let's check him out.
I'm gonna have to stop it because bro, when you getting sensitive information like this, you gotta really listen to a motherfucker, bro. You can't even let him just get to talking because he's using big words and all this other shit. But I'm gonna definitely subscribe. I subscribe to him. Let's check it out.
You have to understand ontological evidence that supports the claim that the moon is actually a artificial celestial megastructure, right? So what happened to the original moon? The original moon that we had in our solar system about 76 trillion years ago, it broke off. When you're looking at this illustration right here of the holy tablets, it shows the moon breaking off from planet Earth because the moon and Earth worked in symbiotic connection. So
who took the picture?
That is obviously not a real picture.
That is how you get your allegory of how Satan separated the intergalactic waters from the third dimension and created an atmosphere to where now you breathe in oxidation, which starts the aging process, right? So when the moon broke off, right? The moon, as you know it today, is in a latter state. It was once part of an enormous planet called Tiamat 24 billion years ago. And it broke off 11 billion years ago before it.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Do you know in the movie Eternals, Tiamat was one of the celestial creators who created the planet? Oh man, this gets deep.
Onto a greater planet called Tiamat, which is basically the same thing. So the moon when it broke off, that's what created the Milky Way galaxy, which is also in alignment with the Grand Canyon, because that was the inception point of how when the moon broke off due to the extraction of plutonium bombs, if that's when the black sun from planet Nibiru projected inside the planet where the Grand Canyon is at today. So that's where you get your whole concept of hollow earth and the black sun. So when the moon broke off, right, that is what created the Milky Way galaxy that we have in our solar system. So this is an illustration of the moon breaking off from planet Earth, because the planet Earth was split in half due to the extraction of plutonium bombs. So
wait. He getting into some deep shit.
Hey.
So if he's saying this is the orbit of Nibiru, half of Tiamat. So what did he say Tiamat was?
All right, so act like the moon was a part of the earth a long time ago as one structure, right? That was originally called Tiamat, and somehow the moon broke free from the earth, and it became like its own like body, celestial body. Now, let me tell you something that I noticed. If you look at the word Tiamat, right?
Yeah.
Then the moon breaks away and they don't call it Tiamat no more. But then you got the ancient Egyptians or Kemet, which they call Ma'at. If you look at Tiamat, once the moon left, they left with Ma'at, and that's the most one of the most ancient civilizations on the earth, and they called it Ma'at. You see the correlation?
But so they cut off the Tia.
Yep, they cut off the Tia.
They cut off the Tia because Mayat, Tiamat. Yeah, it could have some type of correlation.
It might not, but it definitely sounds like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Something's there.
because like even when you just look at all of the stuff that's going on, it's like what fucking powers do y'all have? Y'all breaking moons and shit in half? Like what the fuck is going on, bro? These people are intelligent, so but listen, they need us though. So obviously we probably more intelligent than them, but we just don't know. We don't know. They've been here. They manipulating this shit. We gotta get the fuck up out this web. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then Nibiru, or what would be called Planet X, or you know how they be showing the sun and they be like it's a little sun behind it that you can't see.
Yeah.
That would be Nibiru or Planet X.
Which would be right here. This one right here.
I can't.
It's saying Nibiru. Hold on, let me zoom.
Yeah. So if it says Nibiru, that's what it's supposed to be.
This is the orbit of it, right? They saying these is comets. Listen, all this comet shit. You ain't no comet never hit nothing. I be thinking comets and all that meteors and shit. That shit come from other dimensions or something, bro. We've never seen that shit. We've never seen that type of stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, they just be telling us shit. And we just be like, oh, a scientist said it, so we believe it.
Yeah, they be explaining some stuff and be off. And the one thing we do know about science and history, after 25 to 100 years, they totally disprove how something that everybody was believing was totally wrong and false. And that's the one thing you can gain is whatever they telling, like, oh yeah, we know this. You know they fucking lying.
Yeah, definitely.
In order to understand everything I'm telling you, you got to understand the creation story of what happened to the original moon before this artificial hollow center, this satellite was brought into our solar system by draconian reptilians, or the Chitahari, what you call in the Zulu mythology. So this is the planet Tiamat.
Notice he said the Chittatari or whatever in the Zulu mythology, because bro, in all of they are in all history. They put themselves in history so we could believe that these different entities, these the same fucking people, bro. If you read one story, you read them all.
Hey, knowledge. It's not showing the video on my shit. It just says click to exit full screen.
Oh shit. Hold on. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Which is planet Earth or planet Kai, breaking away from the moon called Shesky. That was the original moon that we named our moon, was called Shesky, right? So with that being said, once that happened, it was happened due to the extraction of plutonium bombs, right? And now that you have, let me see. Have some complications here. Now, since the moon broke off, now it is known that the moon, better known by the ancients, called Sin, which is what the Babylonians called it. When you understand Babylonian mythology, the Babylonians called the moon Sin because Sin is acclimated to the matrix, which is connected to material, which is the three-dimensional paradigm that's galvanized by people, places, and possessions.
Remember I said a while back, bro, you can't tell me we was born into sin. Like, you didn't do nothing. You was just born. The fuck? Like, there has to be some type of something connected to the simulation, to the matrix, bro. It has nothing to do with you personally.
Right? And it was placed in our solar system as at one point in time. However, it was not originally here. Many indigenous tribes who already known made contact with other constellations and maps did not include the moon in our solar system, right? And then at a certain time in history, all of a sudden, the moon begins to appear on astrological outlines. One should understand that the effects of the particular moon on this earth, the moon controls moods, which is connected to emotional energy and motion. Because you got this thing called the reptilian net. The reptilian net is basically galvanized by the energy of fear, which is an artificial construct because fear is the opposite of love, and love is the only thing that can basically combat the energy of the sleep spell of Leviathan or the sleep spell of Kingu, right? So now,
see what I'm saying? See, like, look, when you breaking stuff like this down, you can't stop. You can't keep going when you say stuff like Kingu and love spells and sleep spells and shit like the
Yeah, I
Leviathan.
had 5 questions before you
No,
got
bro,
to the
I
next
had
sentence.
20 questions. As soon as you said the intelligence bill, I'm like, damn, hold on, what's that? So hold on, let's go back, bro.
So I
But
heard of Kingu, but I didn't know he was attached to that. And then when he was saying about the reptilian something, that goes to the reptilian brain. You ever heard of the reptilian brain?
yeah. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm one of them people. I sit there and keep breaking it down word for word until I understand what the motherfucker saying.
Kingu is the spell of sleep of the subconscious mind, or what is commonly known as the spell of Leviathan, which was enforced through religious propaganda that promotes scriptures. No, it's deeper than
Oh,
that.
hold on. That's the New Wapians. That's Dr. Malachi. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's some controversial stuff, but
what's old buddy name? That's polite too.
yeah, that crew. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing to say against or for them, but I just know there's some controversy surrounded behind some of them teachers. I
Come
don't,
on, come on, man. What the hell is a new Wapian?
Yeah, so you can look
Oh,
that up yourself. I ain't gonna say shit.
we gonna break all that down too one day, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit to build on, man. Yeah.
Hey, the reason why I ain't laughing for no reason.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit to build, okay?
Yo, bro, that's a whole thing in itself. When you go to check that out, that's like a whole whole thing.
You know, I never really tapped into them.
Yeah, so I heard about them on accident through through a couple of the pages I listened to.
Man, I heard through them through Brother Polite off the
Yeah,
that's the only time I heard of a fucking New Wapian. I've never heard it nowhere else ever in the world.
yeah. So that's that's the thing. You feel me?
These people crazy, man.
But hold on, what are you talking about? Plutonium bombs extracted from the Earth that blew it up. He ain't
Yeah,
even explain how that. Okay, who took
that's why I
them?
want to
Who
build with
exploded?
people like this because they need people like
Huh?
us that's gonna ask those questions, bro. Those real questions that people that won't leave people be like, damn, but what if? No, never mind. I'm gonna just believe what he say. Like, no, ask that question. Like, you need to break down the sleep spell of Leviathan or the sleep spell or whatever the fuck it is. Like, you need to break this down to Kingu. Like, then you need to go into who a Kingu is before you get it. It's like he's so thirsty to hurry up and get it out of there. Like, we need to. This should have been a 3-4 hour build.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, he might not be the one, but 9 out of 10, when I seen people who build like this, when somebody who got critical thinking and they join the panel or somebody asks a question, they will instantly block your ass and be like, "Hey, yo, this a troll, this a hater, man. This one of the people that I know through somebody else. They sit this person. Nah, you was a person who probably like I had this shit happen. I literally." Tried to ask somebody who was building on some shit. And I won't trying to be funny. I was genuinely asking a question about the shit. And they thought I was a troll. It was like, I was like, nah. And then after a while, the people was like, nah, dude, literally trying to figure out the answer to the question. I'm like, if you ain't got the answer for the shit, just let me know. Don't call.
Just you don't got it.
Yeah. Don't call me a troll if I'm as a student asking the teacher, yo, I don't properly understand this. Could you break it down? If you can't, cool. Some shit you can't break down. Like it's some shit I know that I know I can't properly break
Yeah,
down.
if
You know what I'm
I ask,
saying?
I'll be like, yeah, I'm be like, I don't know. I'll be like, to be honest, or you'll always hear me say, I haven't done the extensive knowledge research on it, so I'm not gonna go into mode. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna go into telling y'all that I know what I'm talking about or just making something up out the back of out the top of my head because some people people can read that shit. You don't even necessarily have to know somebody. Like people could just read it. Like they can see that you're lying. You
Hey,
know?
is dude reading from a script? Cause this nigga talking real
So
fast and shit.
listen, he reading off this paper. I mean, off the computer, the code to the
Okay.
matrix. Whatever
Okay.
this is, I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna try to find this. This is a book, the code to
Okay.
the matrix. I'm gonna put
Of
that in.
Kingu. right? So now, hold on. So now when you go back to this publication, it controls tides, it controls the growth and the decay on the planet, and most importantly, the things like gravity and the magnetic energy on the planet. I noticed when the moon eclipses, it is easy to get out of the body. So it is easy to see that it's a big difference of energy in our world, and the moon was not here. Many do not know that the change would actually be positive, which is actually negative. I don't know why he said that. Many done studies on the notion that the moon was somehow told here, and it was actually told here. The moon in itself was built by reptilians on planet Jupiter about 16,000 years ago, right? This is right before. This is after the first sun cycle, because you have a 24,000 year verification period, which is the 24,000 year equinox. The first 6,000 years you had the sun cycle, then you had 2 lunar cycles, right, which threw the planet out of balance. So in the first lunar cycle, that's when the Draconian reptilians, or the Chitauri, they built this quantum satellite, which is called the moon, which is called Titan. They built it on planet Jupiter and towed it here on planet in our solar system, right? And now it says
they towed it here.
Okay, so I just watched the video where they said they used tractor technology to tow the moon to Earth. I just seen the video, like
technology.
Tractor, they call it tractor technology. Like you seen you seen Star Trek, right? You seen
Wait,
Star Trek?
Where you see the video at?
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to go through my history list. Hold on. Let me go to my history list. I got you. Give me a second. I could do that shit on my phone too while I'm still up here.
I thought you said you just seen it.
I mean, it was recently, but it won't like the last video I just seen.
Let's finish seeing what you got to say.
Yeah. We'll skip that for right now. But it basically said tractor technology.
It was basically told here from extraterrestrials, right? Now, to support my claim, and I'm now reading out this book called the Code of the Matrix, right? And it says right here verbatim that the heaviest spiritual involvement from the satellites, because what you got to understand is that the moon is a satellite. What does a satellite do? It sends out light vibrations and picks up light vibrations, which is also synonymous to the Ptolemaic crystals, which is equivalent to the Kuiper crystals in Star Wars, that has a piezoelectrical system that controls everything through a frequency standpoint. So when they inject some of these frequencies down here on this planet, that's how they control everything, because we have these nanometals and nanotechnologies that's coming from the food. So this is all being done purposely through asymmetrical warfare, right? So it tells you right here, I'm gonna go back to it, the heaviest spiritual involvement from these satellites, the fallen stars, the comets. These are also hollow artificial satellites, such as our moon, which is Sin, which is what the Babylonians called it, right? Now,
bro, he all
what you got to understand is that the energy of the moon, I understand people be like,
you know, I actually just wrote that down, the Code of the Matrix book.
For manifestation, only if it's conducive to the material aspect of the world, because that's what the moon controls, right? But you cannot negate the fact that the moon subjugated the woman, which is also connected to all monotheistic religions, because that's why they call it the Saturn Moon Matrix, right? So now when you read this in the Holy Tablets, 6:16, the woman's menstrual cycle is approximately 29 in a day half cycle, which coincides to the 4 phases of the moon, which is also symbolic to the Freemasonic symbolism of the square, right? It's an entrapment of energy. See, the moon in itself is what controls the woman on an emotional level and at a biological level. So it threw the woman out of balance, because the moon is the foundation of a patriarchal energy, and patriarchy goes against nature, because the inception.
Man, we got the book.
Yeah, that nigga trying to make a short video out of like a couple of hours worth of
It's
information.
too much, bro. It's too much. He got way too much info right there. Hold on. You can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Look at this shit, bro. This shit say. Can you see it closer? Can you see it?
Yep. I can
Look,
see it.
this shit say. Let me see if I can zoom in. Bro, this should say reason one. Entire universes are known to be binary. This gives the possibility of balance and diverse continuation. Excuse me.
Bless you.
No. Just say peace. I ain't religious at all.
All right, peace.
The universe gave me another one, so you can try it again.
Hey, look, but check this out. I ain't religious either. I'm
Look, so
spiritual. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
that's
But
why,
yeah.
that's why I say peace when that happens. So look, entire universes are known to be binary. This gives the possibility of balance and diverse continuation. The figure 8, which is the sign used for infinity, is actually the sign of the two worlds that one continues to reincarnate through one after the other in an infinite loop we call stasis. Our own parallel actually exists in the other world simultaneously until it is merged with. It also remains just as clueless as you are right now to its existence. Wow. So you
So
telling us our higher self is don't know what's going on? What the fuck?
yeah, okay. So let me explain it to you like this. You know how I say like we here, right? But we're in another higher dimension, right? Like kind of like sleep. Remember I explained that to you, right?
Say it again, bro.
So basically, you know, like how in a matrix, they explain to you that when they're in that matrix world and they moving around, when they're in the real world, they strap down to a chair like they sleep, right? And look at this realm we're in, right? You know how some people say like this is a simulation of matrix, right? We got a higher level self in the spiritual realm that's like not move like we're there, but we're not like active like how we are here. If that makes any sense.
Look, bro, this book got me fucked up, and I ain't even reading. This the first page. Look, it says a past. Let's say okay. Let's start down. Consider hot, cold, light, and dark. Is there not warm and gray, which can easily fit between the two? Not to mention in temperature, there is hot, cold, warm, vapor, freezing, and many more stages, each having a particular use, some being very beneficial for a certain moment and useless for others. If someone came to your door looking for a person that you love to do them harm, would you tell them they were inside or would you lie and say they were not around? If you lied to protect that person, is that good or bad? If you ask a pastor of a church, they will say it is evil to tell lies, period. But it is better to allow the loved one to be hurt. As you see, everything is a matter of perspective. So there can be no good and bad, only reason, and reason has so many parameters. If all things are not considered, a person could be left confused, not knowing that decisions to make from time to time, thus they are left and lost in time. Whatever you do in life, let it be endowed with meaning and purpose. Man, bro, listen, bro. Remember, I be saying that shit. I'm like, it's about balance. Life is about balance. It really ain't no right or wrong. Just like I don't know. It's about it's perspective, but like I don't know, bro. This is crazy,
Now,
bro.
now, 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 I just,
Some deep ass shit, bro. We
you,
can't.
you,
We
you
can't
ready
go.
for me to do it? You
We
ready
can't
for me
go.
to do it? Now
We
check
can't
this
go.
out,
We
right?
gonna have to stop it. We gonna have to stop it here.
Hold on. Let me get one
No, I'm
minute.
gonna let
Let
you
me.
go. I'm gonna let you go.
All
No.
right, all right.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say we
Go
have
ahead,
to
go ahead.
be done with it after this because we just we done tapped into some shit that we don't know yet.
I got you.
So I don't want to sit here and be reading and trying to figure this shit out. Like I have to research. This is some new shit.
Yeah,
So I'm
that'll be a part 7 right there. You know what I'm saying?
boy, I'm definitely. But look how they explain in the parallel. Like, look at that. Like, is that the same thing going on both sides? Like, I don't know. Like, that's weird.
So go to that first image. You see that first one on the left? Now, let me explain that to you, right? You know how you got the circle, right? Where it's the serpent and it's eating its own tail, right? But now let's take that concept, right? And you know how you got a square and then a cube and then you got the tesseract, right? So look at the serpent eating its own tail, but to a higher dimension of that, right? So it becomes the infinity sign that we see, but that's really two serpents eating their own tail. But even though they connected, they can't see each other. Did you catch that shit?
Say it again.
All right, boom. So, like a tesseract, you got a square, then you go to a cube, which is a higher dimension. The higher dimension from a cube would be a tesseract, which is a cube within inside a cube. But if you look at what the circle of life or the serpent eating its own tail, the natural cycle of what we know that's going, there's another part to it that we can't see, like light and dark. So that comes to the infinity sign. The infinity sign is basically showing you the serpent eating its own tail, but to its higher dimension. And they showing they both connected, but they don't necessarily touch. So when we look at an 8, they touch it. But if you drew it the way it's supposed to, you'll see that those lines, even though they overlap each other, they're not actually touching each other. If that
Bro,
makes any sense.
no, you making your that's from your own perspective because it clearly stated that a number 8 is a loop. It is a infinity loop that you will
Yeah.
come back here and reincarnate. And the more, and just like the lady said, it's like a web. The more and more you think you getting out, you ain't went nowhere. You get right back center. Look at what it say right here. The unwary soul. The unwary soul who fails to grapple with the mocking demon of illusion will return to the earth as the slave of illusion. To become a true master of fate, you must first become a knower of self. Bro, we got to get deep in this. This
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of stuff, man.
whole lot of every. What's up? What's up? Eating the cold piece. This is a whole lot of everything, gang. Too much right here.
And that'll be hard to fit into just one part because like that shit going over a lot of different things that we gotta. That shit got subsections we gotta break down.
This one passage is like a 30-minute conversation. And Buddy was reading so fast. I'm like, how the fuck do you like you reading this stuff? Like, that's what I'm saying. I be wanting to build with these other people that's got 30,000 subs and all that because I want to ask questions. Like, I want to know what the fuck going on.
I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Reading from it, but he's reading from it and giving a small his own little perspective a little bit, but he's not giving like a real open dialogue on it. And that's what I get confused at because it's like you reading straight from the passage, but let's read it and break it down in our own words so we can get a better understanding of it. We can't just take this shit for face value. Like, the fuck? Like, it's crazy. This is some deep shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. We steady expanding the conscious mindset, bro. We expanding it, bro, because we learning more shit on accident. We learned this on accident. Like, we ain't even know.
Yeah. We won't even minute to go to this. What was the one from the one? I think it was something at the end of the build that we were supposed to go into too.
Yeah, we supposed to go into relationships and shit.
Well, not the relationships, but the last one we did. It was something at the end of that build that we had
No,
found out.
we went to Soul Trap. Remember, it was Soul Trap.
Oh, okay. So this is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, because the moon, we trying to figure out what the moon is. It really is a base, and like if we know it's a base, because it don't move, that motherfucker just sit the same way. Like, but bro, for them to make that shit, bro, like, how y'all break off a piece of the earth? Like, bro, you just gotta ask yourself all these different questions. Like,
oh no, that's crazy.
Maybe that's where the whole my only begotten son come from. Like, what if it's really the moon?
And then when they talk about Tiamat, then you got Pangea. It's like when all the continents were together and stuff. That could be like the explanation of how like when the moon got ripped apart. You see what I'm saying?
Look, remember they were saying like remember he said that the moon was called Titan.
Yeah, Titan.
And Titan's big as hell. Remember, they the size of mountains. So
Mm-hmm.
what if they, you know what I'm saying? That one was destroyed, so he just, gave his only begotten son. Like, what if
Mm-hmm.
that's the evil person's son, and you had to use their son in order for this shit to work? Like,
And they
and
said
you,
there was giants back in the day too.
oh, bro, it just be so many different hypotheses you can come together, like, because it's not a theory. Theories are hypotheses and observations to proven to be facts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's got to be called a hypothesis. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a theory; it's a hypothesis. So
And there's a moon on like Jupiter or Saturn that's named Titan. I think it's Jupiter, but one of them shits got a moon called Titan. And funny enough, the moon called Titan in our solar system has actually got Earth-like qualities. Did you know that shit?
nope.
Yeah.
I don't really be fucking with like some of that shit up there because it's too much CGI computer shit.
Yeah, they be lying to us about everything. We still ain't
Yeah,
seen a real picture of Earth yet. You
yeah, they
know?
be lying, bro. Ain't no pictures of Earth, bro.
And they tell us that they ain't got a real picture. They let us know. They were like, yeah, what we get is a compilation of different segments that we strip together. And I'm like, yo, like how the hell y'all ain't got a picture of Earth yet? See, and I try to come up with a reason. I'm like, okay, it should be easy to do. It's easy to do, so it's a reason why you don't want to show us. It's because what we know of Earth, if they showed it, we would know that they lying to us about what Earth really is. So I
Bro,
think
people got no choice but to lie, bro. That all they do is lie. Just be lying. Like we gonna get in this book though, cause look at this shit.
what we got here.
Yeah, bro. The Egyptian glyphs is clearly shows much larger humanoids inhabited the land. They are the Nephilim bent on world domination and enslaving what they call inferior humans. They exist now in spirit form. This is beyond Alexander the Great and Constantine. In fact, this is where they drew their power and destiny from. They were just a human catalyst, hybrids themselves, although their legends are so shrouded in myth, it does them little credit to the truth of their origin. Alexander was known as Great Two Horn, and the Arabs Dul Cornian, whatever, who built the wall. See what I'm saying, bro? Remember, I kept saying, like, why do the Egyptians got them fucking alien heads and bird heads and shit like that, and beetles and shit? You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
people that's tall as shit. Yeah.
oh, bro, look at this, bro. This a fucking mermaid, bro. Oh, this book finna go crazy. You lying. Bruh. Bruh, is you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm looking at this shit.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't looking at the screen. I was fucking up.
Nah, I'm sitting there staring at this shit. Nah, no bullshit.
Bro, that's a real mermaid, bro. Look
Is
at that.
that like it's got a neck and a head right there?
Yeah.
Trying to see if that shit look like some shit I seen on like a movie or something.
Boy, you ain't never seen this in no movie. Look at them hands. Look at that. Bro, this is a real mermaid, bro. Mouth open. You see, look how far back they took the picture. They ain't even want to get close to that motherfucker.
You know, that head, it kind of, not really, but it's a movie called Independence Day, and then you got one called The Abyss. It kind of looks like the body of the Abyss, but shaped more like the head of the aliens from Independence Day, the original shit.
Look, hold on. What photo is this? Let me see. 'Cause they got the explanations on this shit. There you go. Right here. Look, it say Figure 5, an actual in a NASA photo of what appears to be very conscious form in the galactic looking back at us. Phillips Astronomy Atlas, page 194. Other sentient life forms are found on Earth all the time, but we have now been trained to reject clear proof, separating us from the reality of the existence of other creations, many of whom are very intelligent. Damn, look like that motherfucker looking right back at us, huh? So it's like when a person really assimilates there are other sentient things in existence, it opens them up to better understanding the Most High through diversity. This also allows us to make a sober estimate of ourselves and where we personally stand in levels of matter. There's some deep shit in here, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just skimming. I'm just skimming through. I ain't gonna be sitting like this bitch. I just want to see if we see some like wild shit, you know.
You see that shit? That shit look like CERN, even though it's a little calendar thing.
Yeah. Especially this one. The Zodiac. Yeah, we gonna get into all of this, gang. And it's 231 pages of this shit. Damn, they got the Pope in this bitch. They thirsty as hell.
He ain't got the Balenciaga coat on.
With phenomenal resources that have avowed to something far more devious than can normally be conceived. Left unchecked for centuries, they have finally come to the conclusion of an agenda scheduled for the near future. Who will face them? These people crazy, bro. I'm gonna read all of this shit. I'm gonna read all of this shit. Quadrants of the moon are called. Hold on, I can't read that shit. Quadrants of the moon are called mare. The commoner would pronounce this just as it sounds. It's esoterically, it is pronounced Mary. The names of spots on the moon are riddled with a deep significance to its origin and use. Damn.
So
what,
in some religions they honor the son, which is Jesus, but some religions honor the mother, Mary.
Yeah. What's going on, gang? Mary, what is this shit, bro? We
See,
don't
they
know.
look, they talking about L right there. That's where we get rolling the blunt from. L.
To the silver shaped in the L is right here. They ain't get that shit from that shit up.
You know I got jokes, bro. See, that's what we got rolling blunts
Hey,
from.
be glad to see.
They go to L right there. You know what I'm saying? I felt the shit.
Look at this shit, bro.
Yeah, Ryan's Bell, Babylon.
Who is Orion, bro? What the fuck is this? He killing a lion? Like, how do they even get that out of this?
They usually show us a bow and arrow, but that shit showing he holding up a lion, which could be.
That's war in the air, bro. Like, what the fuck going on? Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. The daughters of Cain, with whom the fallen angels had companion, conceived, but they were unable to bring forth their children, and many died. Of the children in the womb, some died, and others split open the bellies of the mothers, coming forth by the navel. Damn, they thought evil continually, and God bore with them for a time. What the fuck?
So if I was listening to that correctly, Cain intermingled with some of the with the angels or something, and they had like fallen angel kids, this like basically deformities, making them real like giants and stuff. So they were so big that they literally popped out.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! What was that about?
What the
What
fuck?
was that about, bro? Hey,
Hold
what
on.
was that? What happened, bro?
Damn.
Hey, what happened, bro? Oh shit! Yo, what the fuck happened, bro?
Yo, we going too deep, bro.
I heard something go. Rah, rah. What the fuck was that shit, bro?
No, motherfucker. My computer was plugged up, and I moved it, and it hit the light, and that bitch tilt right on.
Okay.
At first, because at first I thought a motherfucker smacked that bitch down.
Oh shit, yeah. Shit be
Like,
happening,
oh,
bro.
man, it's here we going deep. Damn.
Hold on, I got you. So like like when deformities happen and stuff, like you can't mix like certain species with certain species. So like when the humans and the angels blood mixed, it made those Nephilim or the fallen ones, right? So like they became giants. So act like a mother having a giant baby, it would bust out the navel like a C-section. So that's what they saying. So like the giant literally came from out the womb because it was too big to come out Yeah, I hate to say it like that, but you get the gist
They
of what I'm
have
saying.
powers, bro. They from a different. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro. If you really think about this shit, bro, all this shit is over some pussy.
Yeah.
They wasn't supposed to do that.
Started a heavenly war. You know, like hood wars happen over there. So you know, as above, as below. And it's true. It's funny that you saying that, but that's literally true. And let me tell you a secret about the Garden of Eden that most people don't realize. See, when they said that Eden was beguiled and ate from the tree, when God punished her, He said, "I'm gonna punish your seed and that seed." So when it comes to Cain and Abel, she Cain was the devil's seed, and it wasn't from Adam. That's the secret they don't tell people. Did you peep that shit?
Yeah, she had two different. Yeah, I see.
Yep, she
I
had
don't
two different
even
seed lines.
I don't even believe that story.
I mean, yeah, but you know, just in the story, the esoteric, the hidden meaning behind the knowledge of what they saying, and it would make sense that if he was born through the birth of one of the fallen ones, that they would be attracted, and he would have offspring with his kind
Look, bro.
type shit.
Look at this shit, bro. Look, the Egyptians were given extensive star charts of animalistic nature in which they emulated the priesthood itself was in such complexity that the people were made to dedicate every act of daily life to separate star or deity, leaving little room for natural growth and unadulterated consciousness expansion. Trap. This looked like a trap.
So it basically, by giving a lot of esoteric high level knowledge, it basically kept people in a drunken stupor, or basically in a cycle. Like it kept them a part of the matrix.
Instead of naturally growing.
Mm, that's crazy. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that book right there. That shit got sections on schools of thoughts and stuff. So I get you remember I said that, said, yo, he explained the moon, but he definitely sprinkled a whole bunch of different schools of thoughts and shit that I know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, I never heard anybody kind of correlate all that to the moon. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. This book is full of it ain't just the moon. It's full of a whole bunch of esoteric school of
Mm,
thought knowledge. You
man,
know what
with
I'm saying?
all type of breakdowns and
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, stuff we can go look up and research. This is some shit I'm gonna be on this. We gonna be doing this. I'm probably do like 2 or 3 parts on this shit. I got to.
Hmm.
This is too much. And I'm just skimming through, you know what I'm saying? Just skimming through. Ain't even really doing no build on it, just skimming through. Damn, motherfucker, big as hell. God damn.
It's that McDonald's.
Come on. I'm not showing no kids though. They gonna be them flag me or some shit.
Yeah.
Look at this nigga, man.
Oh shit.
Bro, it's here, bro. Jokes on us, bro.
Hmm.
When the third eye is activated, the illusion collapses, and then you see the world as it truly is.
Yep. Yep. The open of the third eye, or the mind's eye, what they would call. You know what I'm saying? People like, what you mean the third eye? It's like when you close your eyes, you can still see the images and know what stuff look like. So that proves that the concept of a third eye exists, but the way people would explain it is up for interpretation, though.
Mm.
What's that shit say? Some show us. I
I'm
can't.
about to wonder what could now
Oh,
prevent vibration from it to
oh,
them.
show us this guy you speak of. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the shit people say. Show us this guy you speak of. Like we are a part of him. Like
man, I don't want to see none of that shit. I ain't chinking none of that.
oh yeah, that part. That part. Yeah, I
Away
gotta be
from I
careful with
know
that.
you evil. Just stay your ass away from me. I don't got to see you to believe it, goddamn it. When you already know, damn, they got P. Diddy in this
Yeah, I'm
bitch.
about to say like,
Yeah.
you know, it can't be conspiracy enough unless you throw that boy up in there. You feel me?
Media mogul Sean Combs is actually wearing the Maltese cross, which symbolizes a heavier involvement in the Zionist agenda. This cross cannot be worn unless you are an initiate. Even rapper Jay-Z, under the label Rockefeller Records, could not use that name without some type of granted affiliation by civil law. They are willing puppets selling out to the Illuminists to push rape music that gradually destroys the mental and physical moral of the listener. Rock has always been a tool, and right now the pieces fit on why all this is coming about.
So what kind of cross they say? A
A Maltese.
Maltese cross. What it look like?
It's like this. You see it right here.
Okay. It's like a black cross.
It's like it look almost like a. I'll pull it up after we go through this shit.
Oh, I can see. I see what you're talking about. It's kind of like got like the triangle tips to it.
Look, first Haile Selassie was exiled from Nubia and reared as a child by Zionists. He is given a first-class education and then reinserted back into Nubia, where he becomes emperor. He then proceeds to divide the land and relinquish his resources to the monarchy. He is seen here with a young Queen Elizabeth, Theodore Roosevelt, and the Pope. Damn.
They're showing you that he was a plant. They planted him in there. I mean, most of the people you see that's running countries, even to our own countries, are usually planted in and told a script and say, "Hey, go with this."
Yeah, Barack related to all the motherfuckers. That shit is crazy, bro. This book got some shit in it.
Hey, go back. They were showing that Tesseract jank kind of. Go back a couple more. Yeah, that jank. I think that's the.
How I passed this up?
Look, I got some good eyes, bro.
Winter bees trying to be something, but they are trapped in hexagonal cubes. This Platonic knowledge introduced the dark square or cube. Pythagoras introduced several methods of trapping organic spirit into matter or cubes. We will speak more of this later. Bro, remember I told you energy cannot be destroyed, but you can trap it, bro. You can trap it or contain it in something. You can do that, but it can't be destroyed.
Now check this out, right?
That's fucking crazy.
Now, what you see, right? A cube, right? Now, the first TVs, right? They was boxes. They was cubes, right? You remember that? Now think about it. They called them tubes, right?
Bro, get to the point. What the fuck is this?
We on YouTube. So look, trapping you inside a cube. Ain't people trapped inside their social media? Ain't people trapped inside they're not trapped inside their TV or they tube, but that shit got them trapped looking down at the shit. You see how I had to break it. I'm trying not to go too fast and far to connect the dots or some shit. And then if you think about it in the video games, we play with characters that's made out of these cubes and shit, right? So our self is trapped inside an avatar made of cubes. I mean, let's break this shit down. It's true to a sense. Oh yeah, in that place they got that one cube box, and they walk around. It's like a black cube, and they worship that J. Jewish people and Muslim people.
Maybe look when it say many indigenous tribes left several warnings about earth flood cycles. They also had higher consciousness to astral travel to other places before such things occurred. The elite are expanding their underground domain, blah 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 blah. 3 miles per day. Look. My thing is this. I think when this flood and shit is happening because every 20-some thousand years, because they didn't put that fucking moon in the orbit. And after so long, it's fucking up, and it takes so many years, it fucks up, and that's what happens. Because how, bro? Like, what is these? Like, these people are got some type of power or something, bro, to able to create a fucking moon base and put that bitch in the air, bro. That is crazy, bro.
And they get the shit to stop moving. How can you put something that big, that shit there, and then prevent it to stop moving? Just to get it there is amazing, and to get it to stop moving is another amazing feat in itself. So that's some shit right there.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think that's most necessarily like they ass probably just, you know what I'm saying? Like they know how to like they put that shit in the air and made you think that the moon get its light from the sun, but them's probably souls in that bitch, bro. Like, what if it is, bro?
Yeah, they say the moon actually produces its own light.
No, yeah, the moon produces its own light. It does. I believe that. I definitely believe that.
What's your boy Obama?
Look at this shit, Giants. This look like Barack shit.
Um,
You don't even know if they resurrected. Like, you don't know, bro. These people be having some weird shit going on. Resurrected him and let him take over the presidency so he could feel like a king again. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Motherfucker had eyes at the bottom too. What the?
or is that like places for horns?
Could be. But why would he have him out his fucking? That's in his bone.
Park in the back. The two park spaces all the way close to the yard. We park the one close to the.
All right, bet.
The other one off.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some weird looking shit right there. And
Well,
look at that skull head right underneath that shit. That shit got different craniums and
he
shit.
got 3 fucking brains, bro. What the fuck did we run into, bro?
Is that hands or feet?
I don't know what the fuck is it.
Hold on. I think okay, so that's us right there. That looks similar. But what's that shit?
Bro,
Imagine that shit slapping you or kicking you.
your whole motherfucking face.
That shit like this, like what's up? That shit try to dap you up and break your hand and shit.
And I wouldn't even touch that like that, bro. Your body know, bro. Like, like when we see bugs and roaches and shit, like little bitty flies, anything, like you always doing that shit, not normal, bro. Like we don't fuck with bugs like that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this shit is spooky, bro.
Look at that shit, that 2012 Zion. That's some bullshit. That's Agatha, right?
Agartha, they say this the inner earth. But see, I gotta read this book on this lady right here. This Madame Travosky lady. Cause she made a book, it was saying how the world is going right now. Like I'm gonna see if I can pull up my IG and go to my story real quick because they were saying like how they was doing it. She was showing like, and that's how the world is really going right now.
She like the female Nostradamus, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to log in. I ain't finna do all that shit.
Well, what's that paragraph say though?
Hold on. Let's see if I'm still logged in. Oh yeah, I'm still logged in over here. Let me We've been on this bitch 2 hours. Yeah, I'm finna end it.
Yeah.
I'm finna end it after this, but look, I'm finna show you real quick.
See what this Jake talking about right quick.
Look, this motherfucking girl's opening their hair with opening beer with cans with their hair, bro. She's crazy.
At this girl.
She fired.
Did you know that the show Stranger Things is based on real experiments that took place at Camp Hero or Montauk Air Force Station in Montauk, New York? The purpose of the facility at Montauk was to explore psychological.
For 5 million rand. Here's your final question.
He was doing so good too. Nigga smacked the fuck out of this shit, yeah. Oh, it's messed up, yeah. I'm rooting for you, boy, too.
He was doing so good.
He was. The man was doing so good. He just smacked the shadow from his face, yeah. That's gotta hurt, yeah.
Listen to this though.
All right.
1985, really, I would say 1980 is an old soul. They are here to fight, but in a way that you don't even understand. They are here to reawaken you, to help get guidance, and they all must be centered. You cannot leave those souls alone. They did not come here to be left alone. If you leave them alone, they will come into the maturity of the animal body and they will fight and kill. They have done it before, they will do it again. If you guide them, they will not be abused by computers, they master computers. In fact, it kicks in their neuron centers faster. The sounds that you hear on the air in rap, the rap is only the soul that is very angry, and it needs to be angry because it needs that strength of, again, the, what do you call it, the gland of fight and flight. Can't think of the gland right now I'm talking about. It needs that kind of a quickening and awakening. But it also needs a time for peace and quiet. And you will find once they go through that, they suddenly fall asleep, and they sleep very deeply, because that is also to bring balance. But mark my word, none of these children are weak. These children are strong beyond belief, and they can take things that you could not take. That's why they chose this time of birth. They can be very good, they can be very bad, because any soul coming.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's us right there, though. The 80s babies, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Visibility Week, and as the
you
first
don't get
openly
groups,
queer person,
a generation like us. We don't come that often, you feel me?
Who had a company called Lucifer Publishing to write out the philosophical underpinnings of the United Nations. She turned it into something.
All these different theories, like, bro, it's wild, bro. But we got a lot. We got a lot to build on, man. So
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of material. I
yeah,
done wrote down some of this shit.
you got something to add, you can, but I'm done.
Oh, let me see. What was it? Shit. Can't think of nothing right now. I mean, we went over a lot of stuff. I'm at the looking at that book, The Code of the Matrix. Look up some of that shit.
Yeah, I'm finna go heavy in that shit. I hope they have a little. I'm gonna really tap into that. I'm gonna have to.
But that's like a breakdown of breakdowns. Like that's like a book of books. Like that shit ain't just talking about one topic. That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, your bro, when he was talking about the moon, that nigga said so many motherfucking things. I was like, yo, hold up.
Look, the crazy part about it is I'm finna eat and I'm finna sit here and listen to this shit because I want to see what else he may have said that I could add, but to my knowledge, to go more in depth on it. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna check into that shit, man. But I appreciate everybody coming through, man. I appreciate you tapping in with me, bro.
No doubt. Salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all joining in. Thank you. It's much appreciated.
We up out of here, gang. Peace.
Peace.